Hello,
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Thanks God for the grace of being
Yeah.
good.
So how was your day?
I can tell that it is precisely like watching a paint dry. I don't enjoy. I mean, when it comes to those last days, it's a little bit different, and my days are actually tedious. I don't know exactly what's wrong, but it's absolutely fine at the same time.
I know exactly how you feel. It happens to me like all the time. There's nothing wrong happens in your life, but you just don't feel like really fulfilled. I don't know what the reason is, what the reason that, but as you said, I guess in this time you just have to feel gratitude for the things you may lose, right?
Yes, that's the whole of the point. I mean, I do really believe that it's a great thing whenever you are just trying to be so thankful and grateful for God for the thing that you already possess. I mean, there is a lot of beautiful things. If you just trying to look to the other dimension of the thing that you're surrounded with, for example, your family, you already have a father, you already have a sister, and you already have a mother. So those are great things that it is quite important in our lives, don't you think?
100% agree with that. That's a beautiful way of thinking in terms of like in general topics.
Yeah,
And it makes you mentally stronger than you are.
yeah, exactly. Regardless how do you feel and regardless the persons that you're surrounded with and the person that you're interacting with every single time, I do believe that they are actually so bad. And I'm just trying to be so nice in order to stay so friendly with them and in order to keep the friendship and the relationship on. However, if I'm just do the thing that it is fair and do the thing that's my mind is telling me that I really have to do all the time, I'm not gonna say a friend of anybody. I would like to stay alone. It's gonna be so much better for myself, but it is what it is. Let's go to speed. It's something that is quite important for being a friend of the other persons because it does. I mean, you don't really know exactly what's the moment that you're gonna be in dire need for them. So
Everyone is fucked up in
mm,
somehow.
yeah, that's true. Even ourselves. I'm not gonna say that I'm utopian or somebody who's really perfect.
Yeah. So, where you from? Do you mind if I ask?
I'm from Algeria.
Sorry,
I said that I'm from Algeria.
Algeria. Oh, that's cool.
And what about yourself?
I am from Turkey,
Oh, Turkey.
but you speak perfect English though.
Oh, thank you, sir. I mean, you sounds pretty good as well. I mean, the
Thank
way
you.
how you talk
Thank you
is
very much.
actually awesome, and it's very, very good and better than a lot of people right here in the server.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I've been practicing for a long time, so it's good to see some progress.
Yeah,
But
that's exactly
but
important. I mean,
you're different. Your way of thinking. I just felt like you're native. So was there anything something that you did specifically to improve your English, or it happened like naturally? So give me some tips.
um, okay, let me just tell you about a little bit about myself, in which you can understand exactly what I'm surrounded with and the thing that I'm doing all the time in order to optimize the way how do I talk. So, generally speaking, I'm somebody who's studying English as a major. So just visualize the fact that you are talking to your teacher, talking to your friend in the university in the language that I'm speaking right now. So you're definitely gonna do such an incredible progress in a very short period of time because wherever you go, just imagine that wherever you go, you can hear only English, only the language. There is no more or no less, even no other language that you are capable to hear in my classes. So that's gonna be so much easier, and it is actually one of the backups that I'm getting to um, level up the way how do I talk, even when it's come to the other skills. I mean, it's a whole progress. It's not actually depend on one of the skills, which is speaking, but I do really have to care and preventing myself for disregarding the other skills.
Yeah, that pretty much explains everything. So you're in a
Yeah,
circle where there's no option but becoming better at English, I guess.
Exactly, that's the whole of the point. And let me tell you something. If you do really have the opportunity to travel to US or UK or whatever the country that it's commonly used, the language that you're willing to improve, it doesn't really matter which language that you're willing and seeking for the better and the progress. You're going to be so capable to improve yourself in a very short period of time because all the people are speaking the language, all the people are dealing with the same language and addressing the things with the same language that you are using in that country. It's going to be so much easier. You will absolutely forget about your own mother tongue in that period of time. You are obliged. There is absolutely no option because you really have to deal with people. So the more that you're going to push yourself in order to communicate and interact with the different persons, that's going to be so, it's going to be a treasure. I swear to God.
It happens naturally.
Uh,
As a result of living in an English spoken country, I guess. But as you said, if you push yourself to be around the people who speak that language, like like the native people, because I see a lot of Turkish people. I can give an example from my people. They go America, for example, and they still stay in their own little circle, which is like hanging out with Turkish people, which is one of the biggest mistake that someone can do
oh,
if they have the purpose of improving their English. And if they go to America with that purpose, that would be like really, really waste of time and waste of money and everything. You're just hanging. I know it's like how beautiful it is to hanging out with your with your own relatives in a foreign country. But if your purpose is to improve the the language that you're aiming, that's a really big mistake, I guess.
yeah, it is. It is actually, that's true. I mean, I don't understand exactly how the other people do really think about their own targets and the thing that they do really want to accomplish in their own life. For example, when it comes to this case, it's it's kind of there is a lot of distractions. There is a lot of things that it is preventing you for or taking your eyes out of the ball that you're willing to possess. For example, the language that we are talking about right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do really have a target, if you do really have a point that you are seeking for, I don't really care about the other things. And fuck the freaking circumstances and the freaking distractions and the freaking people that I'm surrounded with. I don't care. I do really have a point and I really have to achieve it. That's the whole of the things. And it is actually the one that you gotta grind in your mind.
So is your real name Simon?
No. It's just a
Nickname.
name that I'm using in my social, I mean, different apps in social media, Discord, a lot of
Hmm.
apps.
So like
But my real name is. Have you ever heard about the name Osama? I
n-
guess the name that is commonly used in your country as well.
Usama, did you say?
Yes.
I heard that, but I've never seen anyone who is Turkish and have that name. But I heard that name before.
Okay. And what about yours? Let me just Mikavil.
Yeah, it's my nickname.
Okay.
I like the writer Niccolo Machiavelli, the author of Prince. I like the book, so yeah.
Hmm.
So
That's great.
I was gonna ask like, what do you do? Are you a student or working or something like that?
Yeah. Indeed, I mentioned that I'm student in the university and I'm studying English. I was
Yeah.
saying that I'm.
I thought maybe it could be something that you did in the past, you know.
No, 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 no. But basically, I mean, according to the way how do I sound, it actually implies that I'm a little young, and I'm still student. I guess it means I don't know. Probably in your case, I thought that I'm somebody who's really old.
Yeah, I had the impression that you were young from your voice, but the way you articulate sentences and you use the words is like very, very mature. So I was gonna say way older than your voice. Yeah,
Okay, I'm just 19 years old, and I'm somebody who's studying in departments of English language. Yes,
you study in your own country.
yes, sir. I mean, I've literally never hit the road to another country. I spent the whole and the entire of my own life right here in Algeria. But if I do really have the opportunity to travel, I'm not gonna stay right here one more second without hesitation. I will definitely leave this freaking country. It sucks. It drove me bonkers.
I wish you best luck, man.
Thank you. That's so nice from you, sir. I do really appreciate that. Thank you so much. What about you?
You're
What you're
welcome.
doing?
I just graduated from uni this summer. I was in law school. Now I'm doing an internship. Because after you graduate from law school in my country, there's basically a 1 year internship that you have to take in order to be able to practice law. So I'm in that process basically. Like,
Okay, that's excellent. You are doing such a magnificent job, sir.
I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see.
No,
We'll
no, no.
see.
You gotta be sure. No, you've got to be sure. I mean, if you're not doing such an amazing job, I'm not gonna say from the very beginning that you are. And let me tell you something.
No, thank you, man.
Never ever be so doubted about the trajectory that you're using in your own life because it's all act of God. I mean, I don't know exactly what I may have to say in order to make you comprehend exactly how do I think and how do I see the different things in this life. But in this point, more precisely, every single thing that you're doing in order to the I mean, in order to make a progress in the different kind of things, be sure that it is gonna be one of the parts that is will absolutely gratify your God. That's that's exactly how you really have to think, sir. Don't underestimate yourself as well by saying that I'm not doing a great job. No, you are doing a great job, even though you are not. I mean, just keep your chain up. Be optimistic. Okay.
So like when I was saying like I'm not sure, I was not trying to say like I'm not like really performing very well. What I mean by that is I ain't sure about the major that I picked when I was in uni, because I ain't sure about if that's my passion or not. That's the question in my head, like just going through every day. Uh, because like you see some people like really some people like talented or like famous and successful people, and their common advice is like just you should follow your passion. You should do what you like to do. So the question is like I've seen some Ronaldo's or like Cristiano Ronaldo's interview, for example, and one of his interviews he was saying that he was very lucky that he found his passion when he was like 7 8 years old. Like imagine being able to find what you want to do for the rest of your life in this like very age of your life. That's luck, and not so many people have that luck. So I still don't know what I want to do, what I really want to do with my life, and so it's a lot of people. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out like all these kind of different things. That's why I said
Mhm.
actually.
Okay, okay. Talking about yourself, do you actually find the urge studying in this major?
Um, like basically I just looked at my university exam point and it was good enough to enter the law school. And at that time, it was like 4 years ago. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I said, okay, let's do it. That's actually how it happened.
Okay, talking about the current moment right now, do you actually want to complete your own study in order to find a job?
I
I
did
mean, do you find the motivation
I did
in
complete
completing?
my major. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe the transaction from student life to the like working life is really stressful. That's why I feel in this way. But I guess it's gonna be very clear, way clear in just in a few years that if that's this something that I want to do or not. I just need, I guess, more time, and then it's gonna be alright.
Okay, do you find yourself that you do already possess the tendency to another field?
No.
Okay, so that's great. That's exactly what you really have to do right now is complete what you are doing. I mean, keep focusing about the thing that you are doing in general. I mean, you told me that you already graduated and there is no more studies. So the next step or the next phase that you've got to do is searching for a job or whatever. I mean, since you already completed your studies, why would you look to the back? I mean, there is no more way to return back to the previous, I mean, return back to square one again. There is no way. So you've got to complete. I mean, just forget about the past. You are doing great job. I mean, I heard you. I mean, you was saying, or you was just trying to say that I don't know whether I'm in the right path, whether I'm doing the great thing in my own life or not. I don't know why you are just feeling up and down about your life. I don't understand exactly what it is going on.
I don't know, man. Maybe I sometimes think like maybe these are the questions that like go through everyone's mind. So it's fine actually. You are not sure 100% like at everything you do sometimes, you know.
But yeah, that's true.
For example, like do you feel like 100% that that's your fucking major and this is something that you want to do for the rest of your life? And if that is, don't you think like this can change in the future, in any moment, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do understand exactly how you feel right now, and especially when you was just trying to illustrate by saying, "What about yourself? Do you think that is the most adequate and the most suitable and the opportune major for yourself in which you are willing to complete the whole of your own life studying and trying to find the job that is quite suitable for yourself according to it?" I do understand right now, and it's actually the same case for myself. I do feel the same feeling that you feel. Even I'm student. I mean, it's my second year. I didn't even complete my studies. However, I do really believe that it's kind of doubtful. It's not gonna lead me to the right trajectory. I don't know. A lot of
Yeah,
a lot of
we're gonna
potential.
find out as we go, I guess.
Um, okay, it's kind of, I don't know exactly what I may have to say, but talking about the country, talking about the different crises and the different kind of fields, it's quite challenging for yourself. It's quite impossible to find a job in my country right now, according to those freaking majors, more specifically the one that I'm studying. So
But you, like
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know if there's any other people like you who speak like perfect or almost perfect English, and I don't think there are a lot of people in that way. So I think you have a unique skill and you can somehow use it for your own sake.
Yeah, I hope
Because
so.
like
But
I have a lot of people who
Mhm.
study English in my country, but like 99.9% of them are not as are competent as you. Like it's they have the circle. They are all surrounded by people who speak English and whose only job is to become better at English, but somehow they don't. They are not. So I guess like I don't know if that's the case in your class or if in your major as well, but I mean, as I said before, I thought you were a native. That's why I asked in the first place that where you from. I thought you were gonna say like Australia or something.
Okay, that's okay. Talking about people from your country, I don't know exactly what it is, but according to the notion that you just provided, apparently there is absolutely no contest. I mean, there is no competition between the students, and they are not even willing to be better than each other. I mean, there is just a sense of competition between the students, and that's actually what it is disillusioned. But when it comes to my country, it's actually the opposite. I mean, there is a lot of people are willing to have that great grades and notes when it comes to the major itself. They are so competitive and they do really want to be the best. I mean, I do really consider myself as somebody who's really capable to speak. That's true. I do speak probably in a good approach, but talking about my uh, classmates, my friends, they're actually so good as well. I mean, a lot of people are really good.
Maybe that's one of the reasons why you're so good at speaking because of the competition. They you just always push each other to be better. I guess that's how maybe that's why yeah, it explains the situation in my country who study English as well. There is no competition. There's
Yeah.
no competition.
Yeah, it is. It is a good thing for being competitive with the other persons that you're surrounded with, because the more that you're gonna find yourself um com- competitive, yes, with another person in order to achieve and accomplish in one of the points, which is the mastery or being the best students in the classroom. It's gonna be a little bit hard, I do understand, but it is a good thing in order to push yourself and complete the hard and the intensive work in order to be the best and in order to be better than this person. I mean,
Yeah,
it's great for having a friend who's willing to be so much better than you, and you're willing to be so much better than him at the same time. It's really I do consider that it is a treasure.
it is indeed.
Um,
Uh, by the way, thank you for
mhm.
this conversation. It was a bit of a conversation. I got that a
Oh,
lot,
thank you.
but it's time to go for me. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Take care of yourself, and I'm so delighted to cross the path with somebody like you. I'm so delighted to have a conversation with somebody from Turkey. Yeah, at the second place. Thank you so much for your time, and take a good care of yourself.
You too, my friend. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.